In today's video, I'm going to be taking you on a little journey to two of the favorite islands off the coast of Mexico or the Playa del Carmen area, Cozumel and Isla Mujeres. This is not going to be a one versus the other type of a video because both of them have a lot to offer, but come on, I'm going to show you why I went, when I went, and what I did when I got there. So let's cue up that intro and get busy. Hey, what's up, gang? It's your girl Daisy, the hostess with the mostest, and welcome back to my channel. Before we begin, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel down below. That way you guys don't miss a thing. Okay, guys, so let's start with Cozumel because it's the easiest to get to from Playa. And I got all of my notes because you know how I do. I got it in my notes. Didn't want to miss anything. Now, Cozumel is only accessible by boat from Playa del Carmen. The ferry terminal is located right in the downtown area, right next to Señor Frogs and Fundadores Park. You know, that's the park where they have the mermaid and the thing that looks like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So the ferry terminal is right there. Yes, that's that sargassum that I've been telling you about. And I got to be frank with you guys. I'm not a boat person. I don't even like the Staten Island Ferry here in New York, but that's just me. The sargassum situation in Playa was just unbelievable. Per my suggestions, I'll leave a video up here for you guys. We got up early in the morning and tried to see what beach had the least sargassum. Okay, guys, so we finally found a beach club with no sargassum or very limited sargassum. And we're hanging out here today with Meow.
Meow.
Over
Hola.
at the Martina. Say hi,
Hola,
Meow.
¿cómo están? Let's go to Martina, please. It's beautiful every day. Come on.
Come on down.
Come on down, Sis.
Come on down.
Give
It's
you your
beautiful.
2 thumbs up.
Listen, I love the beach, and this is perfect. Thank you, Daisy, thank you.
You see, so if you do your homework, do your research, like I'm always telling you, because people all of a sudden complain, oh, the sargassum. You got to check the map every day. I'm sorry to say, because we've been over to Cozumel. If you look all the way over there, that's beautiful Cozumel, and we've already spent over $200 traveling over there because that's where the clean beaches are at. Let's start off heading to the ferries so we can discuss price and all of that good stuff. Okay, so we got up early in the morning, crack of dawning, to head over to Cozumel. Now, there's 2 ferry companies that run from that ferry terminal. One of them is Winjet. They're the orange boat or the orange ferry. And the other one is the Ultramar, and they're the yellow. That's the yellow ferry, and you'll see them. They both launch. I think they go like every half hour. The cost is it was about $12 one way, so like $24 for the round trip ticket. We bought round trip tickets, and we chose the Winjet. Round trip, guys, usually takes about, I don't know, it was like 40 minutes leaving Playa del Carmen, heading to Cozumel. So you're talking about 40 minutes. I know that the Ultramar runs like an express, like a faster ferry. They call it like, what's the name of that thing? The Ultramar Express. And I think that one gets you there in 20 minutes. But you know what? Since I don't like boats, 40 minutes was good enough for me. So from Playa, the Winjets, the first ferry left at 9 o'clock in the morning, right? And the Ultramar, the first ferry, leaves at 8 o'clock in the morning. So they like alternate. And the last ferry coming back from Cozumel for Winjet is 8 p.m. And for Ultramar, it's 9 p.m. We had made our reservations to Señor Sancho's. So from 9 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the evening, you get beach, pool, drinks, food, music, DJ, all inclusive, all day. Okay, guys, so let's do a quick recap of Cozumel and Mr. Sancho's Beach Club because that's the one that we went to twice. Now, I'm recommending that the night before you make your reservations to either Mr. Sancho's or any of the beach clubs that Cozumel has to offer. And even though they say that reservations are not required, yeah, you're going to want your reservations because remember what I said, that the cruise ships hit over there, right? They let their people out for a day of checking out Cozumel. And if they do so, they have first dibs, and you don't want to get there and find that your beach club is full and to capacity because the cruise ships got there before you did. So head on over to Viator. This is where we bought our all-inclusive day passes. It looks like it's now $68. Buy your tickets first so you don't get shut out when you get there. Now, the $68 does include, the food, the drinks, all of that good stuff. But if you want additional add-ons, you can purchase them as well on Viator. And by add-ons, I mean it doesn't include the aquatic park. They have a really neat aquatic park that's extra. Towels, unless you bring your own beach and pool towels, that's extra. They do charge I think it was 20 pesos deposit for the locker. And once you turn in your key, you get the $20 back. But you can definitely put your belongings, right, lock them up for the day and then carry around your key. So that's extra. And the snorkeling is also extra. And you can buy all of those add-ons on the Viator site. Now, as far as the ferries go, again, you can take either the Ultramar or the Winjet. We went and took the 9 o'clock in the morning Winjet out of the ferry terminal on the Playa del Carmen site. But you can head over to Winjet. Let me just show you what that looks like. At wingjet.com, you can go on their site and you can check out the schedules, the going and the coming. Plus, you can also buy your tickets, like you can see right over here. Get your tickets. You can purchase your tickets online as well. So you can do that for both Winjet. And if I go over here, they have the routes and the timetables for the Ultramar Ferry. So that's great. You can purchase both tickets to either ferry. They're both going to get you there 40 minutes safely. And that way you can start exploring Cozumel bright and early. Now, when you get to the Cozumel Ferry Terminal, you're going to have to, literally when you get off, you're going to see the taxi stands right to the left. And, you're going to have to take a cab ride from the terminal to any one of the beach clubs that you have, you've reserved. Again, we went with Mr. Sancho's. It's a 20-minute taxi ride from the ferry terminal to Mr. Sancho's. And we paid, let me see what my notes said, guys. We paid $18 for up to 4 people. We were 4 of us, so we paid $18 US and 20 minutes. They got us there safe and sound. Now, don't forget that you're going to want to ask before you get in the taxi how much it is to your particular beach club. People usually get in a cab out there and then they get shocked when it's a different price. So always ask first before you get in the cab and make sure that, you're not, somebody's not bum rushing you and quoting you the wrong price. Again, we paid $18, which was fair, and they got us there safely. Now, before you get in the cab, there's plenty to do right there at the Cozumel Ferry Terminal. Right across the street, there's restaurants, places to shop for souvenirs. They have a beautiful plaza that's run by the Carnival Cruise Line, the ships. And so there's plenty of little things to do there. We didn't wander too much there off the ferry terminal, but we did have a quick breakfast once we got there. I had coffee. And, we bought some souvenirs and all of that good stuff before we hopped in the taxi to take us to Mr. Sancho. So there's a lot of things to do right there at the ferry terminal. And, you're not going to go wrong if you cross the street and wander around a bit. But truth be told, we had a great time at Mr. Sancho's. I highly recommend it. The service, the staff, everything was spot on. And yes, they were, 2 Carnival cruise ships that, had their people go, but it never felt overtly crowded. We stayed on the beach until these people departed, I think sometime around 3 o'clock. They have to bamboozle back to their ship. And then for the next 2 hours, we had the whole place to ourselves. But definitely put Cozumel on your list. Head on to that ferry at Playa and go and enjoy the day. Now, let's head over to see what Isla Mujeres had to offer. Getting to Isla Mujeres from Playa del Carmen is going to be a trek, but trust me, it's worth it. First, you're going to have to travel from Playa del Carmen to Cancun, and the trip takes about an hour and a half. There's a few forms of transportation that'll get you there. One is public transportation or the ADO bus system, which, by the way, is pretty good. I took them a few times when we went to Tulum, and for the money, you're not going to go wrong. Or you can take a taxi, or you can do what I did since I was traveling alone. It was the last weekend that I was in Playa del Carmen after spending close to a month. My family had already, most of them were already back at home, and I decided to do this solo. And I took Cancun shuttle, and that's what I recommend. I had bags, and I was staying a few nights, and I didn't feel like, lugging, suitcases and things like that, on the bus. So I chose Cancun shuttle. So let's start first with the ADO bus. Now, you can grab the ADO bus, and remember, guys, I'm looking at my notes. You can grab the ADO bus for $5, $5 each way. So for $10 round trip, you can grab it at the Playa del Carmen Turistica station, which is right on 5th. That's the one that everybody, who gets to Playa on the ADO bus, that's the main terminal. But they also have a terminal in downtown Playa del Carmen called the Alterna station. And either one of those will take you back up to Cancun for the same price, $5 each way. But remember, if you take the ADO bus, you still have to take a taxi from where the ADO bus station is to Puerto Juarez, which is where the ferry terminal is. And that's going to run you another $10. And it's about a 10-minute ride. So if you're going to go public transportation, it's like multi-steps. It's the bus, then a cab ride. Since I was going alone, I decided to take the shuttle. Taxis will run you about $50, give or take. But don't forget to ask before you get in the cab. So you can definitely, go down to the taxi station, or 5th, grab a taxi, have them shoot you over straight to Puerto Juarez. And that's going to be about $50 each way. Like I said, I decided, since I was alone, to take Cancun shuttles. Let me show you, and I'm going to leave the links in the description box below. But let me show you, here they are, right here. And they were reasonably priced for $10 more than what a cab would have run me. These people are fantastic. We used them several times, including when I first got to Playa. They charged $60 each way, and they picked me up at 7 o'clock in the morning in front of my Airbnb in Playa and had me at Puerto Juarez in just about under an hour. So that was cool. So again, I'm recommending Cancun shuttles if you just, don't want the hassle of, having to take the bus and then, a taxi, right? Or if you prefer a taxi, will do the job as well. Okay, guys, so before I start letting the video roll of everything that I did in Isla Mujeres, I decided to check out the gurus on the Playa del Carmen Vacation Lovers. This is a great resource for everything Playa del Carmen. Let me show you guys what I mean. Let me just move over so you can see it. Yes, here's their page, and I had joined their group like a year prior to arriving in Playa. These experts know everything about Playa del Carmen and the Riviera Maya in general. They know where to eat, where to shop, how much you should pay for a taxi, how much things should cost you, how long it's going to take you to get from A to Z. You name it, these gurus are fantastic. So I definitely advise you to join their Facebook group. And the administrator, you have to, be accepted into the group and all of that good stuff. But they're a great resources. As a matter of fact, I planned my entire trip based on their suggestions. Okay, guys, so now let's move on to where I stayed. And again, because I'm real big on doing your homework, I went back to Airbnb. And since I was leaving my rental, right, that I had for 30 days, and I didn't really want to make Isla Mujeres, with such a long treks, I figured, what the hey, I'm staying for the weekend. So I found this place on Airbnb. Her name is Maya. It's called Maya's Place. I'll leave the link down in the description below. And this was fantastic. It was reasonably priced. The 2 nights was $226 US, but it was fantastic. I stayed from May 27th, which was a Friday. Check-in time is 3 p.m. And I left Sunday, May the 29th. Checkout time was 12 p.m. But wait till you see the video. I got video of the whole entire little cottage. This place was spot on, perfect. So with all of that, let me just start rolling my trip to Isla Mujeres, and we'll do a recap at the end. Cancun shuttle had me at the Puerto Juarez ferry terminal in just under an hour. I had enough time to buy my round trip ticket for $24, grab a latte at the Starbucks, and board the 8:30 Ultramar to the island. The Ultramar Ferry departs every half hour from 5 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and takes just 15 minutes to get to the island. I decided to sit up top and enjoy the beautiful scenery. There was music and the sea was calm, thank goodness. The view from the ferry back to Cancun was amazing. Isla Mujeres, here I come. Okay, guys, so I arrived at the terminal Martina on Isla Mujeres shortly before 9 a.m. And the minute I got outside the terminal, I was surprised at 2 things. One, how crowded it was this early in the morning. I mean, it was wall-to-wall tourists. And 2, it was hot, so you've been warned. I had 5 hours to kill before my check-in at Maya's since she didn't allow for early check-in, and I was starting to get hungry. So with suitcase in tow, I started to walk around a bit just to get my logistics out the way. Now, there are several ways to getting around Isla Mujeres. The most popular one is the golf cart rental. You can expect to pay $50 for a half day or $80 for a full day's rental. And there are plenty of locations literally across the street from the terminal. I was told that you'll need a passport and a driver's license, and that it takes about 2 hours to see the entire island on one of these golf carts. Thankfully, Isla Mujeres does have public transportation. Isleños Bus is the only bus company on the island. They have 4 routes covering the island from the north end to mid-island all the way down to Punta Sur. They also have a great all-day bus pass that you can get for $7. You could hop on and off the bus all day along the bus routes. They operate from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. And with this pass, you can see the entire island in just one day. Woohoo! Now we're talking my favorite mode of transportation, the taxi. As a New Yorker, I'm a cab girl. The taxi stand is located literally next door to the ferry terminal. When you get out, hang a left, walk a couple of feet, and you'll see this red concrete awning. Just stand underneath there, and a cab will pull up. Don't forget to ask them how much to take you to your particular destination before you get in. This company was so good, I used them the entire time I was on the island. So after finding the taxi stand, I still had about an hour and a half before I could check in to my Airbnb. By now I was hungry and tired, and the streets were packed with people. I walked a few blocks and found this restaurant right on the beach. Sorry guys, I just don't remember the name, but what attracted me the most was there was no one inside. I had some amazing fish tacos and a pina colada to die for. Plus the added bonus of walking straight out back and checking out the catamarans as they were going by. All in all, a good start to my weekend. Finally, it was time to start heading to my Airbnb. I walked back to the taxi stand, gave them the address, which was Punta Piedra or Rocky Point, which is located right in the middle of the island. They quoted me a rate of $10, which I thought was fair, and we were on our way. At this point, guys, I was so exhausted, I would have paid $50. My taxi driver, Antonio, was very polite and friendly. He asked me what I had done most of the day, and I told him I had been walking around the town since 9 o'clock in the morning. And even though I had made reservations for Saturday 10:30 at the Amazona Beach Club in Playa Norte, I had no clue how I was getting there because I wasn't doing the golf cart thing. As luck would have it, this taxi service also does island excursions. He said for $60, he would pick me up at 9 o'clock in the morning, show me most of the main attractions, and have me at the beach club in time. Talk about good people. I accepted the offer. Okay guys, so isn't this like freaking fantastic? Here's my little studio abode here in Isla Mujeres, and yeah, look at that ocean right outside my door. Comes with the pool. I mean, if you need to get away from the sarcasm of playa, this will do. Spent the better part of the morning walking around the town. Just wanted to show you guys what a studio looks like. This was about $81 a night. So it's got everything you need for just a couple of nights. But it's literally right in front of the beach. Here's the bathroom. Oh, here's the lights. Okay, so that's the bathroom. That's me. Just got in, guys, so I'm very tired. Let's see what this looks like in here. So it's just a nice big shower. That'll do. Now let me find the air conditioning unit, cause yeah, it's hot as hell around here. There you go. All right, so you got a small kitchen area here, microwave, toaster oven, coffee pot, television, place to eat, and outside, it looks like these are little cottages in this property. The place is called Punta Piedra, meaning point of rocks, because this part of the beach here is a very rocky beach, so it's really meant more for the ocean waves and the view, unless you're gonna try to, you know, outmaneuver those big gigantic rocks that you see. But it is gorgeous. I do have a pool for swimming. There's a deck. She's got, you know, loungers and everything all around. This is really nice. I'm heading over to North Beach tomorrow and taking a guided tour of the island, so I'll fill you guys in. But now it's time for me to rest. I've been on my feet since 6 o'clock this morning. As promised, Antonio was at my Airbnb at 9 o'clock in the morning. He was such a great person, a real gentleman. He actually took me to have coffee and breakfast because I didn't really get a chance to buy too much supplies while I was, you know, wandering around town. But anyway, we were on our way. And he was excellent as far as the tour guide. He explained everything to me, what was what. He took me off to the famous sign. You know, everybody wants to take a picture of the signs that Mexico has, you know, for each of their pueblos. And here I am in front of the Isla Mujeres sign. And yeah, he was really a gentleman. And he took most of the pictures because obviously I was solo, which sort of like sucks when you want pictures. But he was great. And we pulled off. We spent a little bit of time there, and it was pretty nice. It wasn't crowded at all. And now we were heading over to Punta Sur. Welcome to Punta Sur, located in the southern part of Isla Mujeres and the highest point of the island. This place is part of the natural paradises of the Mexican Caribbean and offers one of the best views of the Gulf of Mexico, the Bay of Cancun, and the Bay of Isla Mujeres. If you love to visit places where nature blends with art, Punta Sur is a magical place you should definitely visit. It's also the home of the statue of Ichel. In pre-Hispanic times, the island was dedicated to Ichel, the Mayan goddess of the moon, love, and fertility. And believers would bring offerings in feminine forms and leave them on the beaches. When the Spanish conquistadores arrived and found those feminine figures, they named the island Isla Mujeres. Now, besides the picturesque landscapes, here you will also find the remains of an ancient Mayan temple, a one-of-a-kind outdoor sculpture garden, and a Caribbean village packed with a gift shop and an outdoor restaurant bar named Acantilado that overlooks the sculpture garden as well as beautiful ocean views. Don't forget to visit the Isla Mujeres Lighthouse and Punta Sur Cliff, the last corner of Mexico, where you'll find the majestic cliffs and sea rocks of Isla Mujeres. Punta Sur is open to the public daily from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Entrance to the Park of Sculptures and the Mayan Temple is just 30 pesos or $1.37 US per person. I recommend you visit at least 2 hours to see and do everything Punta Sur has to offer. Before I knew it, it was time to head to the north side of the island, or Playa Norte. It took all of 10 minutes to cross, and Antonio had me at the Amazona Beach Club by 10:30 a.m. I was able to contact the hostess, Karen, via WhatsApp. I'll leave all the info in the description box below. She made my reservations for 11, but advised that I get there by 10:30 so I can pick out a good spot. Amazona Beach Club offers unlimited food, drink from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. for $40 US. Arriving early, I was able to pick a spot right at the water's edge and in front of the DJ. The staff was super attentive. The food and drinks on their menu were really good, and staff bring it right to your lounger or cabana. The DJ was pumping some of the best house music I've heard in a while, and everyone was having a great time. Also, the bathroom facilities and changing rooms were 5 stars as well. Amazona Beach Club is a perfect place to chill, relax, get in the water, and listen to the music. I highly recommend them, especially if you're visiting the island for just a day. You won't regret it. Now, if you're staying in Playa del Carmen like I was, then Cozumel is going to be the easiest of either island to get to. You just walk down 5th, find Fundadores Park, and right next door you're going to see the ferry terminals for both the Ultramar and Winjet ferries. You can buy your tickets there, and 40 minutes later, you're on the island of Cozumel. Now, that being said, in my opinion, I think that Cozumel is good for just a day trip. We went twice, and we visited Mr. Sancho's twice, but I didn't really feel like I needed to stay there more than the day. The vibe that I got is that it's just like a small town, you know, with the plaza and shops, a lot of beach clubs. You got the Carnival cruise ship hub, and, you know, a lot of expats hang out there. And so I didn't really get that fun and exciting vibe like a Playa del Carmen or Isla did. But hey, that could be just me. I'm going to leave links down in the description below. I want you guys to check out. Let me just move over here, guys. I usually use Island Life Mexico, and they're a great resource in case, you know, one of those things to do in any particular place that you're going in Mexico, and they're really good. They got other things to do. So like I said, there's probably tons more than we did, but the vibe that I got was that if you're coming to get away mainly because of the sargassum situation in Playa, because truth be told, guys, when you're in Playa del Carmen, you're already right by the water. It was just the sargassum situation was bad. So we were looking for a clean beach to swim in, at least the family that I was traveling with, because you know me, I like the water from the land. But anyway, if you're going to do the beach club thing, then I highly recommend heading over to Cozumel, especially if you wake up in the morning and the beaches in Playa are not what they're supposed to be cracked up to be. Then get on that ferry and head on over and enjoy the day, and then come back to Playa for all the nightlife activities. Now, like I said in my video, getting to Isla Mujeres is a longer trek from Playa del Carmen. You're going to have to get to Cancun by either bus, taxi, or shuttle. And then you're going to have to jump on the ferry at Puerto Juarez terminal. And 15 minutes later, the Ultramar will have you on the island of Isla Mujeres. And in my opinion, the trek was totally worth it. I mean, the entire town is jumping, no lie, no joke. It's like a miniature Playa del Carmen without the sargazo. Isla Mujeres will not disappoint. The shops, the restaurants, the people, it just had like a more lively vibe to it. And I frankly loved it. And if you ask me which island I would choose, every day and twice on Sunday, I would have to say Isla Mujeres is going to be my choice. Not that there's anything wrong with Cozumel, but Cozumel is more like, the beach club, and that's all you're doing for the day. Where there was tons of stuff to do in Isla Mujeres. Like I said, I just wish that I would have gone sooner and spent more time there while my family was there. Because remember, I went solo. There was the last weekend that I was going to be in Mexico, and I went alone. And I just found it wonderful. So if you're looking for that real jumping type of, snappy nightlife, restaurants, beach club atmosphere, then I think, Isla Mujeres, bang for your buck, is the better choice. So before I go, guys, I just wanted to show you the Amazona Beach Club. They have their own Facebook page, so definitely head on over there. And Karen is the hostess. You can WhatsApp her and just let her know that you're coming. She'll make the reservations, and go ahead and enjoy Isla. I highly recommend Amazona. And then the next resource I wanted to show you guys was the other Facebook page that I joined prior to getting to Mexico. There's one for sargassum, if you can believe it. They cover the entire Riviera Maya, okay, from Cancun to Tulum, and they're going to tell you what beaches are bad, what beaches are good, where to go to find the least amount of the seaweed. At least there's a place where you can look, and you can, it'll tell you which beach, anywhere you want to go along the Riviera Maya, is worth you visiting for the day. So that's it for now, guys. Let me know in the comments which island sounds right for you. And if you've already visited both, let me know what I missed. As always, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel down below. My next video will cover my visit to Tulum, so you don't want to miss a thing. Thanks for watching. Ciao.